Hello everyone, Ranjita here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is kind of special to my heart. This is the video showing how I painted many pouches for gifting near and dear on the occasion of my little daughter's naming ceremony. I wanted the painting to represent her name and also thought this would be a good keepsake for my family and friends. While I do this, I would like to share loads of tips and tricks on fabric painting, choice of design, how to efficiently be able to mass produce, etc. So let's get started. Firstly, I have cut the main fabric and lining fabric in the required size. I suggest you to preferably select a cotton fabric for such projects as the paint would hold well. I will be folding it in half and ironing all the folds so that they are creased well. I will go ahead and stitch the pouches. These drawstring pouches are not just easy to make, but they are also very convenient, handy and well utilized gifts. However, I have done a detailed video on how to stitch them. I will leave a link to the video in the description box below. The finished pouches measure 8 inches by 7 inches approximately. So the fabric I started off with measures 17.5 inches by 7.5 inches. The size would be completely your choice. You can make them as big or as small as you want. So here are my finished pouches completely stitched and ironed. I prefer ironing them before painting because they will be crease free. So here I am going ahead and preparing my pouch for painting. I have placed a cardboard rolled in tissue inside because I was using cotton and it naturally tends to absorb paint. So here is the design that I have decided to paint on my pouches. I have first drawn it freehand on tracing paper. Now I am placing a yellow carbon paper underneath it, roughly centering my design. So here goes my first step. When you're choosing the design to make something that you are planning to mass produce or make multiples of them, I suggest you to have a design that is very simple and easily made into different copies. And also what I suggest you is have a rough copy or have a copy of it on a tracing paper so that on every pouch you can trace it again and again using a yellow carbon paper. So here you can see it is very faint on camera, but the trace was enough for me to have a guide while painting it. I have mixed my red paint here. Make sure the paint is slightly liquidy. Do not have it too runny because if you have too much water in your paint, your cloth will tend to absorb it or the paint will be blotching all over the fabric. So make sure the consistency of the paint is right. Here I am taking a fine brush and carefully outlining on the lines that I have traced along the yellow carbon paper. I chose red color because in general for the naming ceremony I was going with a color theme that was red and white. So I decided to do my painting in red as well, and my background was somewhat whitish. To summarize, while planning for an event, I first choose the type of product. Then the design and color combination. Here I chose this design because it was a representation of my daughter's name. I will reveal her name at the end of this video. Next, I make a copy of it and trace it. The key for mass production is you do one step at a time on all the products at once. For example, say here, I cut all the fabric at once. Then I creased and ironed. Then I stitched all the pouches and then I am painting all the pouches at once. So you do not finish one pouch at a time, but you finish one step at a time on all the pouches and then you come back for the second step on all the pouches. This will not just save time but will also help you in preparing for that step at once. So as you can see here, I'm almost done painting my first pouch. Since I have planned it and I'm doing one step at a time, it was quite quick and efficient in finishing many pouches in very less time. So I'm going ahead to the second pouch here. I have again placed my tracing paper and the carbon paper, and I've traced the design, and I'm going ahead and again finishing the other pouch and painting it. So this is what I was trying to tell you. If you go one step at a time on all the pouches, it will not just save you time, but it will also help you in preparing, like you can mix the paint at once. So you will not make a mistake in the shade of the paint and all your pouches will look alike. I have chosen to do this design because I wanted to represent my daughter's name here, but you can also do a stencil on it. So here what I'm doing is I have taken a cardboard piece and I'm again tracing this design onto the cardboard piece. Now I am carefully cutting out a part of this painting away. So if you can see here, I am trying to create a mask for my painting. That is, I will be making a mask such that the mountains are masked and the sky part will be open. I wanted to make stars on my painting. So since I am doing many pieces at once, I wanted to create a sturdy mask so that I can use it again and again on the many pouches that I am making. So as you can see here, I've made a mask with just the mountains in it. Now I have mixed my white paint, slightly diluted it. Make sure you protect your surface well so that you don't ruin your work surface with splatters on it. As you can see here, my mask is perfectly fitting and the cardboard is quite sturdy and it doesn't allow any seepage of paint underneath it. So here I am making stars. All I am doing is dipping my paintbrush or toothbrush into white paint and I am making thin splatters. This is the best way you can make stars on your background. So you can see how helpful this cardboard mask that I have made is. All you have to do is just place the mask on it, dip the toothbrush into the paint and create splatters. It just took me 5 minutes to make this mask, but it was so helpful while I was painting so many of them. I nearly made around 25 to 30 of such pouches, and having such masks handy would definitely make my time more efficient and will also make my work much more neater and hassle-free. By the way, while I'm painting, you could keep guessing what we named our little daughter. This year we have seen a comet, so I wanted to represent it as well in my painting. I'm brightening up some of the stars and I'm making a comet onto my painting. As you can see, there was so much thought behind this project and thus making it very, very special to me. Handmade is special. Making something all by yourself for your loved ones, and here also representing my loved one, has given me immense happiness. So here is my little attempt in making the ceremony memorable during these difficult times. Many of our closest ones could not be here with us, so we decided to send a little something made with loads of love. If you're still watching and also guessing what the name would be, thank you for being with me until now. We named our daughter Nakshatra Hima. I hope all this makes sense now. So here are the finished pouches. I made around 25 of them. I really love them and cherish them. You can see how beautiful they turned out. Just a little bit of planning and a little bit of effort made these beautiful pouches. I hope these tips that I shared with you along the video would definitely help you. And you can see the close-up images of the finished project here. I really hope I was of some inspiration to you and you would definitely give this a try. Thank you so much for stopping by. Also, if you haven't done it yet, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and also do follow me on my social media. Thank you.